Hey y'all, it's Winn Dixie and we're back with Mate. It's for motorcycles and we have another demonstration. This is our last demonstration. It's from Cognac again, from RareBreed MC. He's going to be demonstrating the safety of riding in the rain. Right?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to let Cognac take over. Thanks, Cognac.
All right. Okay, about riding in the rain, the most important piece that you can have about riding in the rain is to ride in the rain. Most of us, especially inexperienced riders and new riders, are a little apprehensive about riding in the rain. This is the perfect day to be able to show, to teach and to give some instructions on raining. But again, the key point I want to get across is the more that you ride in the rain, the better off the experience that you're going to be in riding in the rain. Let's talk about some equipment, okay? First of all, you want to make sure that your equipment is set up for your bike. You want to make sure that your tires are within specs in regards to wear, that the most important piece is the tire pressure is correct. If you do have a windshield, just like Real Talk explained earlier in the class, make sure that you have something on to be able to increase your visibility with a clean windshield. The first thing we want to talk about riding is where to ride. Okay, let's talk about there's two different types of rain. It is that first when the rain starts, that first mist, and there's also the heavier rain. Most people think that the early rains are probably the safest places to ride, which is not, because what happens when the rain starts, it starts to agitate all of the oil and all of the debris that's on the road. So, where to ride? You want to try to find a spot on the road which is clear from debris. Most of the time, that place is in the treads, either behind the tires or in the outside. The place that you do not want to ride is in the center of the road, because that is where the accumulation of oil and debris is. When you're riding, for example, if you look over here, there's a little rainbow. That rainbow is a good indication that there's oil in that particular spot. And that's also somewhere that you do not want to ride, okay? Riding also, as far as your speed, okay? You want to try to slow down and try to maintain or increase distance between the person in front of you and behind you, okay? What happens with the tires, the load on the bike, is when you're going around curves and you hit a piece of the debris, the bike's integrity will slow you down, okay? But if you hit that debris and then you're in the process of trying to slow down and trying to get control of the bike and then you're in front of somewhere, you may wind up on someone's trunk, okay? So you want to increase your distance, you want to maximize minimize your speed, and be in full control of the bike at all times. Riding gear, okay? Some of the riding gear that you want to have. Obviously, you want to have rain gear on, okay? Most of us have rain gear, but when you set your rain gear up, when you have your boots on, your pants on, your jacket on, and your gloves, you want to set that stuff up where it is most advantageous to you. You want to have your pants legs over your boots, over your rain boots, okay? You want to have your jacket over your pants, and you want to have your gloves over the sleeves or the wrists of your jacket so that it minimizes the amount of rain that gets in. You want to also try to have on a full face helmet, okay? Especially when you're going over 30 miles an hour. Those of you who are riding in the rain, rain hurts after 30 miles an hour. Feels like darts hitting you. Some of the problems that most people have when they ride with full face helmets on is the accumulation of the fog. Okay, some ways that you can get rid of that is just like what Real Talk said, is you want to have some type of anti-fog on your shield. But a simple remedy is just to make sure that your vents are open. If you've got a full face helmet, a modular helmet, excuse me, just crack that helmet to be able to get some type of circulation inside of that helmet so that it minimizes the amount of fog that's in that helmet. That helps you to be able to see better and stay in full control of the bike. Okay. Some other things about riding, okay? You want to stay away from potholes, okay? Because puddles. A puddle to us may wind up turning into a pothole, okay? You want to stay away from those. You want to stay away from rainbows and oil debris in the road. You want to ride in the middle of the road as much as possible. And if you can, ride in the treads or behind a vehicle so that you can follow in their tread. And what they're doing is removing a lot of the oil and debris that's in your riding path, okay? Braking, okay? Braking. When you're braking, especially going around curves, one of the most important pieces that you do to get in control of the bike is you want to place a load on the bike, either by downshifting. You want to maximize your slowing braking with your rear brakes, all right, and use your front brakes to compensate for any other additional speed. So you want to try to use your rear brakes at most time because that gives you a lot more reaction time than loading up on the front brakes. Okay. Are there any questions? Any questions? Any other questions? Okay. Some of the things about riding in the rain that you can do to help you is with your gloves in your hands and your grips, or to have a simple pair of plastic gloves up under your gloves. What that does is it doesn't necessarily keep the gloves dry, but it keeps your hands from accumulating moisture and losing integrity as far as your grip. Okay, so you want to try to have a set of these on. Also, your rain gear. There's a lot of different rain gear out there. You want to have rain gear that helps your body to breathe, that allows your body to breathe. You don't want to be in just a regular plastic bag or something that won't allow your body to breathe. You also, when you ride, most of us especially inexperienced riders, we're really tense when we ride because we're thinking about braking, we're thinking about speed, we're thinking about it's raining, it's miserable. You want to make sure that you try to get as relaxed as you possibly can to get in your natural riding position, okay? And one way to have that is also to have, number one, to have the right equipment on and to get comfortable and to build confidence by riding more in the rain. Another thing, when you're riding tense, is you want to take more breaks, especially on those long rides, because again, you can wind up being tense and trying to get yourself, uncomfortable and trying to stay focused, mentally focused, and become mentally drained, and don't even know it when you're riding in the rain, especially inexperienced riders. So you want to maximize your rest times. Okay. Also, make sure that you have the right PSIs in your tires. Other than that, I think that's about it.
Thank you, Cognac. And I want to thank also Real Talk from Dragons MC for the safety demonstrations. It means a lot. We're getting people ready for riding season. It's very important. So I appreciate it so much. And everybody here appreciates it as well. And this is going to wrap our episode of May is for Motorcycles. We'll do it again next year. And we'll see you on the next episode of The Biker. Watch for Bikers on the Road. Winn Dixie out. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, guys.